Hey, pure spirits, it's your life coach, Diamond. So today we're breaking down a very interesting conversation between Simone and her best friend. And listen, I'm centering everything I say around these three key points. Simone's energy came off narcissistic. Her friend's energy, possibly manipulative under the guise of being a God-fearing woman. And my verdict is neither one would be in my circle, right? Y'all know I've been through it all when it comes to friendships. I've seen the signs, I've lived the betrayals, and I'm big on discernment. So let's get into it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So the conversation was about an hour long, and Simone and her friend were talking about where Simone is on her journey now versus where she was in the past. So let's start with Simone, right? To me, her energy came off narcissistic, not just because she didn't help her friend when she was struggling, but because of how many times the friend clocked Simone's jealousy, right? She basically exposed that Simone was very upset when her friend got a boyfriend and kind of was jealous when she wasn't getting that attention from her friend. She was also jealous when her friend got an opportunity where she can elevate herself that had nothing to do with her. And y'all know, like I talk about on my channel, that those are very clear signs of jealousy. And on top of that, to me, the icing on the cake was for you to not even be helping your friend while she's struggling, a single mom on food stamps, everything that she was saying, and then be mad that she's growing without you after she pulled herself out of that, to me, is wild. It's wild, right? Let's pivot. Let's talk about her friend. Her energy felt manipulative under the guise of being a God-fearing woman, right? Because even though she clocked all of that jealousy, even though she called it out, she still stayed around. And that made me feel like she might not either have much self-worth, or maybe she knows where she stands with her, and now she's using it to benefit her and where she is trying to go in her life, right? Because as a woman of God, I have discernment, right? I personally am not sticking around someone like that. And it's not about being unforgiving. It's about knowing when someone is still operating in a spirit that is not aligned with the good of your spirit's future, right? Now let's pivot back to Simone. There were a lot of things she said that made me feel like God would literally have to rewire who she is for her to not operate the way she does. And I think right now she might be going through that season where he is rewiring her, hopefully, but I'm just not 100% sure based on some of the other things that she did say during this episode, right? Like, I'm gonna tell you one of the things. When she talked about hiring women to support her dream, her friend had to remind her that those same women have their own dreams. And just because they might work for you for a year doesn't mean that that's all they want out of life. She is kind of looking for people who just support her vision, which is fine, because referencing Tyler Perry, he has something that he built up and he has people that just work for him for that purpose. But I think because he knows where his vision is, he wouldn't mind, or care if someone doesn't decide to be a part of his vision anymore because they want to pursue their own visions. Even if their vision is similar, that's on them. You get what I'm saying? But people had dreams and visions before they came around you. That's my take. Not everyone wants to be someone else's employee forever, right? Some of us want to build too. And Simone saying she only feels comfortable if they stay under her, to me, gave kind of a narcissistic energy, period. Now let's pivot back to the friend. because I need y'all to really hear me on this. I've had those God-fearing friends, pastors, kids, people raised in the church, and I'm telling you, some of them will really act like their word from God overrides yours. And if you don't trust your own relationship with God, they will become your idol. You'll be out here looking to them for answers instead of listening to what God is telling you. I don't care how long somebody's been in church. If God is speaking to me, I don't need a second opinion unless he tells me to go and seek that. But I'm not going to automatically assume that my friend's opinion overrides what I know I heard from God because their parents are pastors or their grandparents are pastors. I don't care. God has a different relationship with anyone, and the time period of your relationship with him does not trump someone else's. You could have been lost for that whole time. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And to me, that's why her friend's energy felt manipulative. Whether it was intentional or not, it was giving spiritual control, right? And I'll say this because there was a moment where B. Simone said she felt led to bring her Bible on the carpet, on the red carpet, and her friend told her not to. She said because it would be seen as a mockery because she's a comedian. And I felt that was very weird to say because look at Black China. She came from a lifestyle that the world told her she would never escape, and she made her relationship with God public, and she stayed the course. And people might have clowned her for it, but she still put that out there to hold herself accountable because she knew how hard it is to get out of that lifestyle. So to me, if B. Simone really felt like she wanted the world to know that she was, that God was with her everywhere she went, and that's why she was doing it, she should have done that, period. And if her friend discouraged her, I felt like that was more about control than support. Right? That's my whole point. The friend might be a woman of God, but to me, she didn't come off as forgiving. She came off calculated. She stayed calm, but still found a way to make B. Simone look bad on her own platform at a time when, she is trying to build herself up out of that debt, trying to change her life around, and making her look a type of way would put her in a predicament where it could hurt her finances and hurt her money. And I just don't think that she forgave her, because some of those things that she said could have stayed off camera. Because to me, I don't use public conversations to secretly check people I say I forgave. That's manipulation, even if it's wrapped in Bible verses. Now, do I think B. Simone is growing? Yes, but I do think her friend, I'm not sure if her friend is as spiritually clean as she claims. Neither one would stay in my circle because to me, one is narcissistic and the other is manipulative with a cross around her neck. So that's my take. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Who do you feel was wrong in this situation? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your life coach Diamond signing out.